So basically it's related to the the female population. So, and responsible guy is the again this virus called HPV, human papilloma virus. So in our lab, I have successfully demonstrated the the vaccine candidate, and we got a patent also. So unfortunately, we could not commercialize because of so much of lobbying and all that. You if you are of such background, you know how this the medicine lobby and all these are work. So apart from that, so basically, then after I did not go to the research as such, but I joined DBT, Department of Biotechnology. It comes under Ministry of Science and Technology as a scientist there, and under Dr. Bindu Day, she was advisor there, senior advisor there, and she has basically given me the to handle the cancer biology project. So when I was there in DBT, okay. So when I was there in DBT, a number of project was in a crucial project related to the cancer was there in running. So almost 130 or 40 or 140 projects I was handling there. All those projects are purely R&D projects from the government institutions and some private institutes. So after few years doing the this project handling, the core job of this R&D project, then I moved to Technology Development Board. It's a funding agency of Government of India. It comes under the Ministry of Science and Technology, and because I was more interested in commercialization of project, that's why I moved to this. Because this TDB has the mandate to support the innovative project for the commercialization. Okay, so I spent there and almost now it's 4 years there. So I'm mostly handling the pharma and biotech project. This includes the vaccine and the medical devices, some agriculture project like the how to this to combat with this rice straw burning. We have number of projects we were there. We were doing in the agriculture sector also. So that's my brief background, and I right from beginning and to the end. Like once you submit the project proposal, and thereafter the mentoring from the the TDB side. Like I was there in TDB, so I was mentoring the the technocrats. Basically, these funding agency are for the technology-driven project, right? So normal project is not coming to TDB for funding. Basically, it's a innovative and technology project we were handling there because it is mandated to that. So the TDB mandate was to to flourish the innovative product, which is the technology is indigenously developed, and the mandate was
Dr.
to
Wahid,
support those.
Yes, I will just add here, Dr. Wahid, I'll just like to add here for our participants, the kind of innovation we are talking about, that TDB was the first investor in the electric car Reva in year 2000, right?
Yes.
So that's what we mean by innovative technology projects. So when there is a new technology which is coming to India and which requires any form of technology commercialization, right? So it could be an imported technology or it could be an indigenous technology, and that has to be commercialized in India, right? So that's where TDB steps up. And TDB receives, I mean, it's a huge fund. It's about 7,200 crore rupees of R&D cess of Government of India, which is actually then invested back on technology projects. And Dr. Bahir, you may like to share projects of Biocon or even Tata Defense. I don't know if that's Grasim. I remember we were doing when I was.
Yes.
So maybe you'd like to talk a little about these bigger projects and maybe some of the startup projects as well. So, you know, they'll understand then what we mean by these technology or
Okay.
projects. Yeah, please.
Understood.
Sure.
So just to add you to what the impact of TDB in the techno commercial environment in India. So when you see the vaccine regime in India, it's a number one product. The vaccine producers is during this time, COVID time, everybody is saying to India the bulk manufacture is there in India. So all these the big name, right from the Shanta Biotech, from the Bharat Biotech, as well as the Serum Institutes. Everybody during this is initial phase, they took the funding ad from the Technology Development Board itself. Basically, it's a sole. I would say it's the only body which provide the which has the mandate to support the commercialization of the techno innovative project. So I would like just to give you the insight of the 2 or 3 examples there so that you can understood the what. So the major project was when you say in the vaccine, so like this the pneumococcal vaccine which is there in every sector in the government program. So it's a more than 300 crore project. So TDB has funded almost 100 crore to the biological E, and they have developed the indigenous vaccine. Earlier we used to import those vaccines, and then so now we have the enough capacity to even to cater the India as well as to cater the world also. So through Gavi or WHO also procuring those vaccine from their facility, the facility which supported by TDB. Again, for the Bharat Biotech, you must heard about this during this COVID. They are also in the process of taking this Oxford vaccine to develop. So the same facility which is TDB has given them. So the vaccine regime is very flourished due to this TDB, I would say, because whatever the vaccine companies, your pharma company you say, TDB must be there in any some point of their journey. So, and the startups, so there was some issue earlier, in TDB. So a startup could not come because of some, the internal, but now they have changed their internal things to, ease out to give the funding to the startups also. So there was basically some, the collaterals and all that. So I would, when we one talk, we'll discuss about this, how it is to be done and all that. So basically, and so number of startups we have also almost, I would say last to 2006, 17, 18, out of 37 projects which TDB has done in the whole year. So out of 37, almost 50% was a startup. So earlier it was not there. So now the startup is also, taking the, and so can I come to directly evaluation or should I also?
Bataiye, I mean, you can talk freely with them and then they can ask questions.
Okay, sir. They can ask question also, because when
Yes.
I'm speaking, so I don't know what is going on, who is listening. So that's the
Right.
problem in
Right.
this
So yeah, so
webinar.
we do have this ask me anything question
Yeah.
session with you, but you can absolutely, I think, Dr. Baith, you can talk to them about what are the techno-commercial aspects that you and the screening committee used to look at, and
Sure.
how is it that startups can avail funding
the
opportunities from
funding
the government
opportunity.
schemes. Yes.
Yeah.
You can talk to them
So
about it, please. And
basically,
then
I
we
will, first
talk
go through the TDB mandates
yeah,
and what is the mode of funding and all that. Then I will directly go to the how the project is to be evaluated and all
sure,
that.
sure,
Okay.
sure.
So as you said right earlier, it has basically TDB has two mandates. First mandate is to promotion of the indigenously developed technology in form of commercialization. When you say commercialization means full commercialization to support the project. So in all financial means and as well as the mentoring pass also. We'll come to the mentoring process once you go through the evaluation part. And the second mandate of TDB is to to support those projects to those company who has basically for the technology which is import substitute. So import substitute, when you say the import substitutes means the earlier we used to import those technology or those product and we and for the wider domestic, but when any company comes to the project, say this technology we have have the license from so and so country and you want to commercialize those product to the India, so for that they can come also. Okay, so these two mandates TDB is doing have major mandate. So then after once this mandate is clear, then we comes to the evaluation. How do techno commercial projects is to look into the TDB for the evaluation or for the for when you say the funding process. So once the project comes to when you submit the project login ID and you can submit your project through that. So once it is there, then the first and foremost the thing is to the scientist like me or anybody, number 4 or 5 scientists are there. So they allotted to them to that project, and they work on the whether what is the the project, the technology, whether this project is the application is complete or not. When you say the completeness of the applications, means there is a format wherein you have to submit, you have to put your all the data, the technological as well as the financial data to the the in the format. Especially when you say the TDB, there is a form called Form A. So on 22, 23 bullet points are there wherein you have to give your data related to your company as well as the technology which is going to be commercialized as well as the financial data related to the project. So the completeness of applications means you have to give all the information which is there in form. So and these things are done by the internal committee. That is called ISC, this initial screening committee. So they do that, and they see whether project is complete and all that. They don't see at that time. They don't see the technology and all that. They see whether the format in the format the informations are there or not. Okay, and they also look into the objectives, whether this objective is clear objectives are there or not. So once these things are completed there, and once the scientist gone through that, then it there is every funding agency has the screening committee. So it goes through the screening committee. Screening committee looks into the the technological aspects of the majorly the technological aspects of the project. What kind of technology, what are the innovative contents there in the project, and what are the specific features related to that project, so that they can have broader idea about the what kind of initial stage. And for that, so either you can ask to come to Delhi or come to the for a meeting in one-to-one discussion, or they can do internally. It depends on your choice whether you want to come or not. Then that committee will go through the merits as well as its soundness. So majorly in the initial screening committee look after the technological part. Okay. So the mostly the technocrats, either from the premier institutes, they are taking the basically the experts from the expert domain are there from. So, and they are, they are very good in, and generally, I would just, clarify. So in the TDB, we used to have a, there is, Sumoto, this what you call is NDA, non-disclosure agreement. So that agreement is already always placed there. So technocrats don't need to, worry about whether this technology can, somebody can breach his, the technology or some sort of fortification and all that. So that part is always there. And also they look into the, the financial part of the project, initial, like how much cost is there. When we say the cost, so if you, I don't have such, the financial table here. So there is a table, project cost, where you have to, bifurcate your total project cost into the, how much land you require, from where you got, and this, the plant and machinery, whether plant and machinery is imported or indigenous, then the technology fees, right? Sometimes if you get some technology from some institutions like CSIR or somewhere, so you have to have some agreement with them, the technology licensing agreement. So all the details and their fees are there in that table. So you have to work on that table, and the experts look into that table, and and go through the feasibility of that, the project cost, right? So then after, once it is all done, and innovation and the technology is established in that meeting, then you will be then basically you will be informed your project has so and so, and is past that ISC, and if there is any comments in that, and is there some clarification is required, they will also share with you in that documents, or some in that documents. Okay, basically the minutes of that meeting is they shared with you. So all these after the ISC, that is initial screening committee, in every aspect, like the TDB as well as this BIRAC is also there now. They are also doing the PEC, that is called Project Evaluation Committee. In PEC, the thorough due diligence of the project is done on the site of the project, where the project is to be done. So actual site, the experts committee will go there and see the sites, and almost 1 or 2, generally 2 days it took to to go through all these, the technical due diligence as well as the financial due diligence, and all the experts will do the due diligence there and make a report. Then it finally goes, and this thorough means the each and every aspects of the technology, their commercialization part, the cost of the project, all these parts are discussed and thoroughly discussed with the company, and they make the reports, and this finally it will go to the technology development board. It has also a board where the higher officials are there, where they see the projects, and they approve. Basically it's a approving body, so they approve the project, and then finally you enter into the agreements with the technology development board, and you start the projects. And most of the things I have they shared with you. I have only one slide. If somebody has query in that, they can ask me and I can explain. So I'm not going one by one, because
Sure. Dr. Wahid, also to add to what you've said, what makes TDB so special, except for that they are early investors in disruptive technology projects, is the 5% rate of interest. I think the soft
Yeah,
loan is very lucrative, and then coupled with moratorium period and other things, I think that's something which makes the TDB investment really lucrative for technology projects. So I just
yes,
thought I'll add it
and
for
and
benefit of
also
our participants. Yes.
laterals part. So when I'll just explain you the some means of finance, ki how the funding is done there.
Sure.
So for uh, all the three mode of funding is there: the equity participation, the loan, as well as grant mode is also there. So right now, our most preferred part is the loan, because the both the party is good at that loan, because there is no hassle in it, taking a loan. When you participate in equity, there is a number of things that there, who is the evaluation and all that. So the loan part, 5%, as you say, 5% simple interest is there. And you have also the moratorium period. When you say in TDB, the project is almost minimum 7 years. You have to, because if you say the 2 years the project implementation time, then you will have one more year as a moratorium period. Then 4.5 years you will get to repay the loan. Okay. So during this 2 year and 1 year, if your project is 2 years, let's say examples, take example, if your project is 2 year, so 2 plus 1 is 3 years. You don't have to pay anything. Like in bank, there is a difference between TDB and bank. Here is the difference. You don't in bank day one from you have to pay the some amount of the interest, but here you don't have. And also when you submit the project in any bank, so there is some charge, some fee, processing fee. In TDB there is no processing fee, zero processing fee. This is the major difference between TDB and bank. And number of things are also there, like you don't, if you less than 5 crore projects, there is no collaterals required, physical collaterals. When I talk about the collaterals, means physical collaterals is not required there. So it is open for the earlier it used to, they used to have a collaterals with all the company. Now they have leverage the up to the 5 crore projects, they don't charge the collaterals. So these things are there to ease out to get the fund from for the startups. The big company has all those things, the collaterals and all that. So for that, that doesn't matter to them, but for the startup it matters. So now they startup is easily taking a number of startups. I have mentored there, and from like this IARI has some incubator.
Yes.
The agri startups were there. 4 or 5 projects I have already given them. And this IIM Ahmedabad has also the startup CII some.
Right.
So two startups we have also supported there.
Right. So, Dr. Wahid, thank you for those insights. I think generally our participants have got an idea about the process, and there are many questions, and I have put up the chat box on the screen for you to be able to read it comfortably.
Sure.
We have a question from Nayaz. Nayaz is a good friend, and he's the incubator lead for Gen Incubator, Gen University Incubator. And Nayaz, would you like to unmute yourself and ask the question to Dr. Wahid?
Yeah, sure, sure, Divya. First of all, thank you for sharing and inviting us here, and thank you, Dr. Wahid, for sharing really insightful details, which are usually not available in the public domain. So thank you very much. So yeah, I mean, I had some few specific questions in terms of trying to understand if there is a sector focus, if there is a tech focus or a sector focus.
No.
for the startups who apply to get funded? So
No,
only biotech startups get funded, or
no. There is no sector specific in the start. Any technology, right from the agriculture to the aeronautics, or you can say now this cyber security and all that. So
Nayaz, it's mostly sectors of national importance as well as emerging sectors, you know. So now there is focus on Industry 4.0. There's interest in investment in defense, electric mobility, cybersecurity, as Dr. Wahid said. The only catch would be maybe the level of funding, if I may to say, in the sense that, say for example, cybersecurity, there is possibility of attracting more funds through TDB invested venture capital funds, for example. So TDB also invests in venture capital funds. So there is more likelihood that you may pick up equity investments from a couple of these VC funds, right? For example, then electric mobility, as I said, or maybe defense. Again, there is a possibility of how innovative is the technology, and then whether it qualifies as a grants or maybe it qualifies as for a soft loan. If there is requirement for setting up a manufacturing unit, then of course the project financing is structured accordingly. So over to you, Dr. Wahid, if you may like to add something here.
yeah, there is, as such, there is no sector specific. So any sector, but the only thing is the project should be innovative. Only criteria is there.
okay, sure. And also in terms of applications, is the call for applications open throughout the year, or the startup needs to apply?
It's throughout the year. It's throughout the year, 24/7. You can submit your project.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you. I think those were important questions. Thanks for doing this. Thanks
also, Dr. Wahid, also to ask you, we also had a mechanism for extending grants to the incubators, through the incubators. So has that been taken over by NSTDB, or it's still with TDB?
No. That part is already taken over by the DST. Now it is no longer with the TDB.
Okay.
So all the grants parts, no, TDB, all the parts has been taken, because the grant funding in Government of India, all the funding agencies giving the grants like DVT, the DST, the SERB, and every. But this is the only agency who give the financial aid to the company.
Right.
So there the only option left is either equity or the loan.
Right.
So we also participate in the grant, but it's a very special case.
Right.
Very special case.
Right. We have question from PS Kanan. Nayaz, please continue.
Yeah, Nayaz, please go ahead.
So just wanted to kind of final question in terms of trying to understand if you could share the link where they can apply, and also in terms of like Divya was mentioning about the venture capitalist firms where TDB has invested in these venture capitalist firms, right? So is there a list, or where can we actually kind of try and find these venture funds who are?
Yeah, that list we will be providing you. We have that list. So venture capital fund list is there, but mostly it was done way back in, let's say 7 to 10 years back. Then after, they are not investing any funds in the venture capitals now.
Okay. They only review it. They
only review it. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
And the application link later you could just share.
Yes, the link we will share. Sure. Thank you, Nayaz. So we have a question from PS Kanan. Would you like to unmute yourself and ask? So I'm asking questions in the order as they appear. So PS Kanan.
Yeah, I'm just curious about what stage from the company or innovators are supported under TDB.
Your voice is not audible. Can you speak louder?
Yeah. I just want to know from which stage the funding is extended to innovator or company.
So what stage, Dr. Wahid, what stage is
What the stage of the technology is there?
Yeah.
So basically, if you broadly if you see the product development, any innovative product, then basically majorly the three steps are there. First is the R&D stage, where you need the grants and other the funding agencies are there, like SARP and all that, and also the grant generally given to the purely R&D thing. Then after you need a from this proof of concept to the prototype, right? So from proof of concept to prototype, and from prototype to the commercialization and thereafter scaling. From this time you can from this point you can submit to the you can approach TDB. So basically, if you have the proof of concept and you need some the commercial prototype, and if you have the prototype ready with you and you want to commercialize those into that product, so then you at that time you can approach TDB.
Thank you, sir.
Also, is there a minimum and maximum loan?
No, there as such there is no cap in in TDB, but sometimes they do. It depends on the project and their requirements and
Sure.
and the financial background of the company.
Right. I think I have seen Grasim was the largest beneficiary. I think they raised about 300 CR.
Yeah, 250.
250. Yeah.
Yeah, 250 CR.
Right. So next we have a question from KP. Would you like to unmute and talk?
Yeah, my name is Kiran Patel. I'm into electric vehicles.
Kiran, you're not audible. Could you be a little loud, please?
Is it audible now?
Yeah, it's better.
Okay. So I'm from EV sector, and then I have invested at an early stage with a company which has applied for 2 patents for India and USA. This particular my question is, what is the normal timeline for the process for funding from application and getting funding from TDB? My products are at prototype stage at this stage.
So Dr. Wahid, their products are
I could not what I gaze from your voice. Actually, you have the prototype and you want what was your query to?
They want to know the timeline. Yeah.
Okay, timeline. So it depends on the project to project, but generally on an average it's 4 months to 6 months it took all the process. But sometimes it's also happen in within 2 months also. So it depends on the what kind of project and how much you are it's depends on both. Let's say if they have some query and they raise some query to you and you have answered timely those query, then they will it depends on the the how clear the project is. Okay. And it's all depends on what you write in the project proposal.
Okay. So maybe if you give me one
very
more
crucial
minute,
there.
Yeah, 1 minute, I can explain you what we have done so far. We have 2 products. One is lithium iron phosphate battery, and then we have connected it with a 1962 innovation by which I can maintain the battery internal temperature to 25 degrees Celsius. For Indian conditions where the temperature is so much, this is really useful. And we have tested this battery for almost 4 years and 8 months, and we have got an amazing result as compared to what it is with other lithium iron phosphate batteries. So that is one innovation. Second is we have come up with a gear technology for electric auto rickshaw, which runs at 65 kilometer speed, 120 kilometer range, and currently the prototype is running at Tirupati Balaji, from Tirupati to Tirumala. So these are the 2 products for which we are going for a commercialization In fact, we are talking with various VCs, but I thought this can be a very, very interesting insight for me to get into some funding.
Yeah, both the product, if you know, broader sense, your both the project is, you know, can be funded from TDB.
Right.
So that way, that Divya will, you know, tell you how it is to be done and all that, because you know
Yeah.
the time is very low, so that I could not go through the each and every points which you are, you know, wanted to
Right.
discuss.
Right.
So,
Maybe
but
I will
preliminary,
connect with you on email.
Sure, please. Yes.
Yeah.
So you can send us an email, and if required, I can always connect to Dr. Wahid again.
Sure.
Sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, Dr. Wahid, we have a question from Sri Priya. Sri Priya, would you like to unmute and talk?
Yeah, ma'am. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we are a FarmGate Technology. We're based in Bangalore. We've just registered, and we are providing cooling facility right at the plant level itself and at the farm gate. And along with that, we're also doing predictive analysis of the crop for the next few years. Depending on the various parameters, we've developed a Python and based software. So we'll be able to predict it using satellite pictures. So this is our main story. Apart from that, since we already have an IoT device and all in place at the farm gate, we also incorporating video conferencing for legal video conferencing and so many other allied things. So this is basically a rural community-based kind of a network that we're trying to build. So where do we stand in trying to get? We're trying to get funding on this.
Yeah, again the question will be the same. If the things are innovatives there, nobody has done before you, then you are eligible. But for this such projects, if you see the the commercialization of all those things, you need a plant and machinery and all that.
Yeah,
So,
we are trying to put everything in place. We have the whole prototype ready with us. So we have everything in
so
place.
you are eligible. You are eligible. Only thing is to once you discuss in detail with us, then
Yes.
I will be able to tell you what would be the actual the things to when you how do you go about the when you submit the project. So once we meet there through Divya or any means, then I will be able to tell you actually.
So,
Yes.
Sri Priya, I think what I'll again request you to do is share a blurb with me, share a little teaser
Write-up,
of
ma'am?
what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just give me the technology description, and
Yeah.
I'll share it with Dr. Wahid, and we can do a joint call with you then.
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so
Right.
much.
Right. Dr. Wahid, we also have one participant in our masterclass. So they work with a media agency, and they are developing IP. It's a media IP. They are relaunching Shaktiman 1
Okay.
as an animated Shaktiman. Yes, and that's a very indigenous, I would say, creation. But also to add, they are creating a couple of जैसे होता है ना हमारे एक बाल कलाकार हैं, so we've got little Krishna, we've got Bheem, but then they are also coming up with an Indian and a very high-end technology is being used to develop this. So on their behalf, I wanted to ask, has TDB ever invested in media IP?
Not so far. But it seems, the innovative, if the idea is innovative and things are there. See, only thing in TDB, only thing is that whether the commercialization part as well as the innovative part. If these two things, if they miss the criteria, then he's also eligible.
Right, because IP is there. They have already invested heavily. They've invested 5 crore already, apni taraf se. They have the right partnerships in place. I mean, right from the Amazon to the Netflix wants to acquire this IP when it comes.
Yeah, again, ma'am, it's, once we discuss with the, in a
Sure,
detail,
sure.
na, then I will be able to tell you whether it will comes under
Right.
the mandate of TDB or not.
Got it. So maybe Mr.
Everything,
Murugan, this is for you.
yeah.
Mr. Murugan, this is for you. So we will have a discussion with Dr. Wahid about this.
Thank you. Thanks, ma'am. We will just catch on from here.
Right.
So once thank you.
Sure. Any other questions anybody has which you'd like to ask Dr. Wahid? We'll be happy to take those. We still have 10 minutes to go in case. Otherwise, I have a lot of questions on catching up with him. So maybe I will start asking questions, Dr. Wahid, if others don't ask you. Because,
Yeah, sure.
Right. Okay. So maybe we'll just quickly talk about a couple of these innovative startup projects.
Mm-hmm.
So TDB has also invested in, or rather also supported the INVENT program, which was a social enterprise support program. And the program was given to Wilgrow as the lead partner, and then Wilgrow in turn worked with 4 other incubators. So that's how the program. So how has that program been? I mean, could you just share some impact stories of that program with us?
Yeah, basically, but TDB is just a channel partner there.
I
TDB
understand.
has not invested in such a program. Basically, it's a USA and it's a
USAID. No,
USAID.
it's a UK aid program.
No, UK.
DFID.
Yes.
DFID.
DFID.
Right.
They have, and they have, TDB is just a channel through.
Achha, TDB
Yeah.
was the channel. But we used to review those programs.
Generally we don't. We are just a party there. So
Okay.
TDB doesn't have much control on that. This basically it's a socio impacts, na.
Yeah, this was social impact. Yes.
Yeah, there was no such as such. There is no technology-driven project.
Right. And is it still on? Is INVENT
Yeah,
still on?
it's still on. Only one center, I think, in some Bhubaneswar center. I think they shut down.
KIIT. Achha, KIIT shut down? Okay.
Yeah, they shut down. All the 3 is Jaipur and this Bangalore and
No, IIT Kanpur.
IIT Kanpur. Yeah. I can, share you. Mr. Azhar is there.
Yeah, I'm in touch with Azhar.
Yeah, Azhar has, more, information about that.
Sure,
Because
definitely.
I was not involved in, yeah.
How about Geeta? So did Geeta take off well? So Geeta for Everybody was a program jointly with CII. So
Yeah.
did Geeta take off well, Dr. Wahid? Or what were the
Geeta,
kind
again,
of...
Geeta is, it's a public forum, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And what other kind of investments has TDB made in startups specifically?
See, TDB doesn't discriminate the startup, the MSME, or any big company.
Sure.
There is no as such, funding or funding, the kitty of the fund for the different, company. Whosoever having the mandated technology with the TDB can freely come and, if you see the, the minimum and maximum funding, minimum it was almost 12 lakh. Again, it was the startup and the Chandigarh-based company.
Right.
We were making, this catheter reprocessing system. They took only 12 lakh.
Okay.
And from there, more than 100 crore, like you rightly said, this all the vaccine company, they are almost taking more than 100 crore. Project.
Right.
So
Right.
the variation is very, wide here.
Right. No, of course. Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Right. So thank you so much, Dr. Wahid, for sharing those insights. And should there be any more questions, I have shared my email address. You're most welcome to send us an email and we'll be happy to connect you to Dr. Wahid. Because,
Sure.
it makes a lot of sense for all of us. I mean, if we know well in advance whether this is the scheme for us or not, I mean, it saves our
Yes.
time, effort, energy. That's how I look at it. Because
Yes,
if it
it
is
is.
not for you, better
Even
take
for
on somewhere
making the
else.
project proposal, even the energy, how much energy is invested, the
Oh,
money,
yes.
and all that. So it's tremendous.
Right. I think KP, you had something to add?
Not really at this moment. In fact, if there are some startups at this in this group, we have a startup accelerator called Catch 'em Young, and it is started by my 19-year-old son.
Wow, lovely.
Yeah, and it's his second venture after he started his first venture at the age of 30, which went into 6 countries.
Lovely. So
Yeah.
why don't you put it on the chat box, and I'm sure everybody can take a look and connect to you if needed, or him, as you suggest.
Yeah. In fact, I come from a PE background. I was a country head and MD for a German fund. Then I have gone into multiple startups, but I thought let me not discuss much about it because it's your program at this point.
No, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I think anything for the ecosystem. So if you want to share some critical insights on funding, please go ahead and talk to us.
Yeah. So in this case, I will discuss with you, and I'll send you a mail regarding to my investee startups, and then there are multiple startups where I have invested. Maybe we can do something about it. That is one area. And then this Catch 'em Young is a startup which helps entrepreneur to connect with mentors and then later on at investors, and it takes them to Series A. We have 4-5 startups on the platform in last 3-4 months.
Lovely. That's so interesting.
Yeah. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
No, it's always a pleasure. So, as I always, or rather as I started today, so it takes a village to raise a kid. So, we give example of Lord Krishna, that it took a village to raise a kid. But then I think it takes a full responsible nation to build sustainable startups. So I think a collaboration for a country as big as ours is the only way forward. And that's what we heavily preach. So anytime any of you have any queries or anything we can help you with or make connections, please feel free to join, to connect. So the my email address is there, and you can always write. And I think I tried my best to reply within an hour, or at max, if God forbid something happens, maybe 24 hours. So thank you everyone who've joined us for the masterclass today. So for day 2 of the masterclass, we'll resume the session at 2:30 p.m. tomorrow. We have Sonali Bhope, who's our corporate and startup finance expert. And we'll be joined at 4 o'clock by Dr. Vilas Naik, who is an angel investor and a serial entrepreneur. And he'll talk about valuation techniques and others. So agenda has already been shared with you. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow again, 2:30 p.m. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Divya.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Divya.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Dr. Wahid.
Thanks.
Thank you, Divya. Thank you, Dr. Wahid.
Thank you, Nayaz. All the best.
Thank you, Dr. Wahid.
Thanks. All the best.
Thank you.